Evening, Hasselhasser users here, and it is raining out there. I'm sure you can hear it. All the rain pop going down. And so today is interesting. Well, this is a video I've been meaning to do for a long time. And, well, I really hope... Now look, I'm not trying to offend people by talking about this. But considering what we are in, it's important that I do. I was planning to do this eventually because, well, there are. It's not just to say it's accurate description of what's been happening, but you know, for the sake of it, just going along with it. So, this film, Contagion. If this video does get age restricted, I'm sorry. I don't want it to be, because I'm not trying to offend people by talking about this. But yeah, I just want to talk about it because in terms of movies, this is a really good movie. It is. But I mean, considering what, as I said, what we are living in is the reason could make this a bit of an offensive topic. But I guess it's simple. But you know, I can't control it. So the premise, well, what more could I say? It's a virus, a deadly virus, is born out of nowhere and starts killing trillions of people, resulting in a global pandemic. And it's a massive drive from the World Health Organization to track down the virus and its origins and work out a cure, as well as trying to prevent as many people from getting contaminated. But, well, it seems hard to track down. But along with seeing that, we also see other people and their thought and how they go through the virus, whether it be a common everyday people whose everyday lives are disrupted, or those who are conspiracy theorists trying to, you know, promote things. Conspiracy theorist is probably one of the few things that isn't total parallel, but there are some. But yeah, that's the premise now. What does sell this is, you know, it is very scientific. I mean, okay, the World Health Organization, the people from the World Health Organization who made this did not know what would happen if a global pandemic ever happened. That's one thing we should know. So they just sort of went on the information they thought could happen. So yeah, it's not completely accurate, but yeah. There are very great moments in this film. The acting is great. I mean, what a cast! I mean, Marion Cotillard. Sorry if I got the name wrong. Matt Damon, Lawrence Fishburne, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kate Winslet, all great actors. All sell it very well. Their roles really well. And you know, there's part of me that does cry a bit at the end as things start to return to normality for Matt Damon's character, as his daughter gets on with her normal life, and you know, he's only just starting to mourn the loss of his wife. That is very emotional, and something about that theme clicks with you. Closely I can say to the movie that well, Jude Law can be a bit of a jerk in this. He plays the conspiracy theorist character, but well, that's all I can really say about that. But let's get onto it. So this movie, much like a video game on iTunes, an independent video game known as Plagues Inc., exploded in popularity ever since last year. And, well, okay, we can't ignore it. We're in this. We're in this pandemic, and it's been tough for everyone. And well, this film, there are parallels in this to what's happened with this. I mean, a virus that's mostly from bat genes. This film had it in there, just mixed the bat viruses with pig viruses. They explain how that ended up happening at the end, but yeah. So let's just say we see the deaths of many people and how it got traced and how it grew because people came out of the source. I guess that makes sense. So governments are secretive over their actions with this. There it is. Well, when it comes to political, look, I shouldn't say that, but the fear matches what's happening in life. The rate of infection, surprisingly, is the same. And the origin of where this virus started, yeah, it's the same as the country is the same as where it is, what's happened with COVID. But yeah, there are parallels. And I guess you could say it was a prediction of the future. It's not. And there was an interview last year from 60 Minutes Australia, maybe a few other places around the world too, between members of the World Health Organization. They did not know what would happen if a pandemic ever did happen. They sort of based on what their common knowledge would be, that the governments of the world would work together to stop it, to create an ending. Well, it's not actually happened. So yes, this is very dated. I'm sure if someone was to create a new movie once this is over, this would be, well, this is already outdated, so someone should create a new movie, in case it does happen again, or base a movie around this. It's complicated, but in many ways this is a very important film that I think needs to continue to be watched for people in science. And I actually watched this in my science class in high school in 2014, so I've known about this movie for a very long time. And back then, I mean, we didn't care if it ever happened. It just felt like 1,000,000 to 1. I would love to laugh at my 14-year-old self and everyone else who thought this way when this film came out. But we can't. We're stuck in it. It's a bit of a shock. Look, this film, Contagion, is a good movie, and I give it a good score of 9 out of 10 half stars. This isn't really a review, it's an analysis, and what I'm trying to say is this film isn't scientifically accurate. It wasn't predicting the future. I can understand why this has grown in popularity, because it's really only a film that does something like this. But regardless, if there is controversy around it, just remember they didn't know. No one knew. This was an attempt of just basically saying what could happen if it ever did, and of course it did. So I guess we can look back on and see how, well, the similarities and I guess to what has actually happened and the things that they got wrong. It's an important movie to check out. I wouldn't recommend any regular person to see it at this very moment. Maybe wait till after the pandemic's over, then start watching it full time. But it's up to you if you feel like you want to watch this movie. With a game like Plague Inc. on iOS and computers, it's not so bad because you're actually creating it. It's your own created virus. But with this, it's going to take a. It's basically a quiet taste at the moment. Don't watch if you know you'll be just scared or just don't want to hear anything. Watch it only if you feel up to it. Okay. And just try and see what you think. That's all I can basically say. So that's the end of this. My next review, not sure what it'll be, but I'm thinking my next film review in terms of cinema releases will be Raya and the Last Dragon, which I will see. Trust me on that. Hopefully I'll see it next week. But in the meantime, House of Masterpiece is out. And well, as I said, watch it if you feel like you're up to it. Ciao.